really appreciate being able to come here to Sioux Falls. What a great venue, what a great crowd. Thought the atmosphere was really fun. Proud of our team. Penn State is a really great team, really well coached. Gave us everything that we could handle for sure. So it was always fun to play them. But I thought, we responded really well from the other night, and I loved what we did, loved what this kid did. And I thought we gave what we had, and it was a really good step for us.
We'll open up for questions from the media. What do you think, Katie?
I think it's just like a really good switch up from the other night. Like, even though we won against Vanderbilt, I think we came together and we wanted to fight and get into a fight. That's what Ulmer always tells us. And I think we competed really well. And it was just super fun to do. Yeah.
Matt, is this one of those matches you can, even though you lost, you can take a lot out of and build from?
Yeah, I think what I told the team yesterday after Vanderbilt match was, just because you win, but you don't play well, I'd rather have the result of us getting better every day. And so for us, this is a match, literally what we just talked about yesterday was, this was a much better brand of volleyball for us. Even though we didn't get the result we want, this is a team that can do something come December. With this type of effort, with this type of attitude, right? We can be who we want to be. So, it's about consistency for us. I think for this team, getting a taste of what this was like, I think was really a big step, and I'm proud of them. But for sure, I'd rather play like this and lose than play poorly and win. I know that's not what the world likes, but that's what this comes from.
On the other hand, did you let it slip away and you could have stolen one?
Oh, I don't know. I really think we did everything we could do. Of course, you could make a play or not, but I just kept on him to stay aggressive. We had to attack from the service line. I think I said we needed to at least miss 10 serves. We missed 11. We just needed to have a mindset where we're much more aggressive. And again, our pins, we didn't score from the pins last match. Tonight, great stat lines from all three. And I think just because they were challenging the block, nobody was avoiding it. They were going right after him. So, we could have won some of those, lost some of those if we changed our mindset a little bit more. But no, I think it was what it was. And I think lesson learned for us.
What do you think was the difference tonight?
In the result?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Just consistent. I just thought it was, what I said after Vanderbilt match in the presser was I was hoping that we would pick up our side and make a really entertaining match for the fans here. And just, again, trying to promote our sport the best we can, shine the best light that we can. And, you got a national TV game in front of a great crowd, in a great venue and two really good teams going after it. And I thought, neither side disappointed. So again, I'm really proud of our group, proud of Penn State. I just thought it was a really great college volleyball match, especially for opening weekend or not even opening weekend. That was pretty legit volleyball for this time of year. So really proud of us. And again, I think for us, there's just so much we can learn.
You mentioned it right there for both of you. How does an event like this help to grow the game?
I think we always talk about we're preparing for December. And I think this is a great opportunity in front of all these fans to come and travel and play Penn State, who's a really solid team. They won the national championship last year, so I think that's a great opportunity to prepare us for December when that's go time.
So key is with Sioux Falls, obviously beginning of the season, fighting through adversity. Coach, what would you say is the biggest takeaway for you as you head, back home with the team to get back?
Yeah, I think for me, going into this weekend, it was about I wanted to see who we were. A lot of fact finding. I felt like with our roster, a lot of different people played in a lot of different roles between the two matches in big time environments. I wanted to see how we would handle ourselves, and I think we found out a lot about ourselves. And I think the team grew, I hope, stronger from this and how to support each other. Again, this is a transition for Kansas. Right, in a lot of ways. And so transitioning to what this team is, as opposed to what the Kansas teams have been, I think we're starting to find our own swag. It's our own personality, our own identity. And I think that was pretty obvious today.
You guys battled. It was right there, going further into the season. Obviously, that's going to make you more confident with situations like this. Was there any one or two players that you felt showed maybe more than you had expected going into the game?
Well, I don't know about expected, but I sure thought this kid was so great. I thought Katie was awesome. Made so many good choices throughout the match. A lot of risky things. Some of those swings, I was like, okay, that's good. But great defense. Again, you got Kenny Martin just hammering that ball to the angle from the right side. I thought her and Heidi Devers did a really nice job there. Ryan Swanson had really big kills. But Selena with 20 kills hitting almost 400 and passing almost every ball. I thought, I mean, again, so many good performances, but I thought she was great. And then Giovanna's block, I think that changed their offense a little bit. So I think there's just a lot of people that did a good job. They focused on Reese, because Reese had a big match and she has their respect. But so other people had to step up, and they did.
And then, Katie, last question I have for you guys. What would you say is the favorite thing that you could take away from this experience at the Sanford Pentagon?
I think the atmosphere was great. Like, it's smaller, but there were a lot of people, and I think that was so fun to play in front of this crowd. And also just, it's a learning lesson, and it shows that we can fight against anyone, especially beginning of the season. I mean, it's week 0, so I think that's awesome for us.
What did you guys think of the atmosphere and how great was this for women's sports and for volleyball?
I thought it was really a joy to be a part of. I'd never been to Sioux Falls, so this was fun. Downtown I thought was beautiful. We really enjoyed our stay. We felt very well taken care of. We felt like this was really important, especially, for our sport. We get a chance to highlight there's only 10 teams that played this weekend, and we got to be one of them playing 2 matches, in Lincoln and then here. So, and it was great to see fans travel, from all over, from all the different spots. And again, I just think bringing people to Sioux Falls to see how beautiful it is, especially this area, the complex here, it was stunning. It was great to meet so many people here and see all the hard work that everybody's doing. So I hope we get a chance to come back again soon. But it was a really great visit for us.
Yeah, what did you think of the atmosphere and how great is this for volleyball and women's sports?
I think it's awesome. I mean, I think women's volleyball is growing, especially this year. And the AVCA First Serve, like, this tournament is huge, and it's awesome to be a part of. And I think Sioux Falls, they showed up, and different fans from everywhere. We even saw Nebraska fans coming, and I think that's just like awesome support for women's volleyball.
Great note. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you all.
Appreciate
Appreciate it.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
We'll be joined momentarily by Penn State.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you. Don't forget for coming.
Thank you so
What'd you
much.
say?
Have a
I
good
said, I
one.
don't have a double XKU.
Okay, well, we'll make that happen. No, thank you. Yep. Good luck with next night. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, you got it. Got you.
You make replace.
Thank you. It's not the first time in my life, won't be the last. Thanks a lot. Thank you, guys.
Penn State's just next to our station here in a second. All right, thanks everybody. We're joined now by Penn State. We're able to 5 sets tonight. Got Coach plus Maggie and Caroline. Coach, if you wouldn't mind kicking things off with an opening statement, that would be fantastic.
It was a hike up here, but no, I'm again, thanks to the AVCA for this tournament. It was fun to compete here, and in Lincoln, I don't think the match disappointed. I think everyone was excited about that, but Kansas is a great team. They made it really uncomfortable for us, and showed what we need to work on. And they're a great team, great coaches, and I'm happy we were able to dig out of it and find a way to win.
Great. That will open up for questions from the media.
What did you guys think of the atmosphere and how great was this for volleyball and sports?
I think this is a really cool place to have our second match. I think Sioux Falls really came out and supported us, and they've been so welcoming these past 2 days. And I think it's just a really cool opportunity for us to come play in a smaller town and get some good fans and some good competition.
Yeah, I think that the Midwest is such a volleyball place, and it's surprising to most people when you explain that don't know volleyball. And Sioux Falls has just been great. I know it's been a lot of our first time visiting South Dakota, and there were a lot of Big Ten fans, with those Minnesota fans having a quick drive over here. And then just even people that weren't wearing any shirts, just little girls wearing their club shirts. It's a really, really cool experience to see so many people come out and support Penn State volleyball, even if they may not be rooting for us. They're still there, and they made the environment a really, really fun place to play.
What do you think this shows about the growth of volleyball around the country?
I mean, I think it's huge. It's I think we're fortunate to be in the spotlight with being on TV, and hopefully encouraging younger girls to keep playing and to try volleyball. And You know, we had quite a few come to our practice the other day, and it's, you know, it's exciting and it's great for these guys to, you know, to continue to cheer on the little ones.
So Caroline, it's safe to say you're able to make the transition outside in.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I played outside when I was in high school club, but that was like 4 years ago at this point. So a lot of muscle memory has kicked in, but it was a little bit of a learning curve trying to get back into passing and trying to kind of read the court again. But it's been fun for me, and my teammates and my coaches have made it the easiest transition possible.
Maggie, what was the energy like?
Of course.
What was the energy like in team huddles in that fourth and fifth set, and how pleased were you to get that result and grit through?
Energy was way up. I think Jill Grimes always does a good job of leading us in the energy point of things, and I think she always brings positive energy, positive feedback to us every time she can. So I'm gonna give that shout out to Jill, just being the best type woman there ever is, for sure.
She doesn't stop talking. She doesn't stop running circles around everybody. She's just a light to be on the court with, and she's going to do great things this season.
Yeah, I know you always want to sweep, make it easy, but is a match like this maybe more beneficial for you currently and then down the road?
Absolutely. You know, I think, you know, I told the team afterwards, I think this weekend there's a lot of learning and great film for us to use to get better. And yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can win a 5-set match is it's hard to win. So being able to find a way, and you know, they made a couple unforced errors, and we capitalized on it and were able to finish. So yeah, lots of learning.
How impressed were you with the way that you battled that, going down 2-1 and then winning that fourth one and surviving that fifth one?
You know, I mean, we put them in situations in practice all the time to kind of dig out of, you know, points, but you know, I'm proud of how they stayed locked in, and you know, we made quite a few errors, but you know, things that are fixable, and we'll get back to work and we'll get back to State College. But you know, overall, it's a win.
Maggie, what do you think about, how do you feel about the team right now versus 1 year ago at the same time?
I think it's completely different. Just we've got a lot of new faces, but right now we're 3 weeks in and we've merged really well together. Everybody's gelling on the court, and I think I'm just excited to see what we can be in the future.
CJ, what were some of the main positive takeaways for you this weekend?
I mean, from a personal level, it's I don't know, it's kind of encouraging to see that it's possible for me to do my job on the outside. I like the vision that I have on the court, and I like the support I have from my teammates. And then as a team, I thought we showed a lot of grit. I think we came out swinging against Creighton, which is a really, really good team, and I think we fought our way back after underestimating a really, really good Kansas team. So I think that shows a lot of grit that we have, and I think that we have the opportunity to do something really special this year.
When you guys were down the 2-1 sets, what was it like in the huddle? CJ, I saw you cheering on your teammates in the huddle and really getting them going. Where does that leadership come from? Where do you get that mindset to just stay positive, keep your cool and push through?
That's so funny that you say that, because that shows that I've done a lot of growth over the last couple years of my college career. I've been putting a main focus on calming myself down and in turn being a positive energy for those around me. And if I start to get internal, one of the goals I have written on my own personal whiteboard this year is give to others. And that was just an opportunity for me to try to hype up my teammates, tell them we need a little bit more dog, maybe tell us to calm down a little bit, but all in a positive manner. Maybe a little bit of swearing in there because that's just how I operate. But I do thoroughly enjoy having that role and kind of growing as a leader.
And then, Coach, what is the idea behind having your team together without the coaches for that brief moment? What do you hope to get out of that?
I mean, it's, you know, we do a lot of coaching in practice, and you know, I think we made some good adjustments in the match, but you know, I think it's important for them in their positions to talk about, you know, maybe, you know, their teammates on the bench see it a little different and help them. And, you know, we kind of give them just big picture items, but, you know, I think they work really well together and can feed off each other and learn a little bit more.
Time for one more question.
Maggie, in what ways do you think you and Jordan have improved as middles this season?
I think we have a really good practice squad and a lot of people in our gym who can push us, and so our practices are very competitive. And I think just us pushing each other, and me personally, I think my attacking has gotten a little bit more better. I feel a lot more confident out there, and Jordan has just she's a great teammate, great person, and she's got this year to shine, and I think she's using it and she's doing a really great job.